Hi guys! Welcome back to Toxic to Me. Ako Ivanna, ako dokter.
And ako Christiana, ako psychologist.
And today we're gonna be talking about why love makes you dumb. So I had a friend, gue punya teman. He was so in love with this girl. And it turns out that the girl punya STD. And STD-nya tuh, I'm not sure what STD, but they said it was incurable. I'm guessing HIV? I'm not sure. Cuman kayak, I think for a lot of people that would be a big no-no, right? I think for me it would be a big no-no. I don't think I would date someone with an STD like that. Tapi he chose to stick with it. And I don't think it's dumb. I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's dumb, but he must really love the girl. You know what I mean? Sayang banget sama ceweknya. That he's, number one, willing to look past that. Number two, potentially risk his own health. Yeah, I wouldn't say it makes you dumb. It's just, it's something that you would really have to think about. You know what I mean?
It blurs your judgment.
Speaking of, why do you think love blurs your judgment? From a psychological standpoint. Menurut you, T, sebagai seorang psikolog, kok bisa sih cinta tuh quote-unquote bikin kita bego?
Jadi mungkin hari ini kita akan bahas beberapa fenomena psikologi. Yang pertama is the halo effect. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I actually have not.
Okay, well, it's going to be on the screen. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where your overall impression of someone affects your judgment of unrelated details. So if you think something is good, contohnya misalkan, if you think someone is good, everything they do will be more positive. Right?
Okay. So it's like, this person can do no wrong.
In a way, tapi it's more like, biasanya tuh asumsi. Contohnya, kalau you think someone's attractive, kalau you think a guy is attractive, you will immediately associate positive qualities with that guy. Misalkan, oh, dia cakep, tapi unconsciously you'll also be like, okay, berarti dia baik orangnya. Berarti dia pintar.
Oh, yeah. Is this like how... Pernah nggak sih Ti denger kayak, I think they did like a study or a research on how conventionally attractive people get treated better at work.
Yeah, pretty privilege. Is pretty privilege real?
Pretty privilege.
Do you think pretty privilege is real?
I do.
How? Do you have any personal stories?
I feel sometimes the way people treat me and the way people treat other people is different.
Yeah.
And I think I've been on both ends. Like, I've been like on the end where people treat me nicer. But I've also been on the end where they treat the other person nicer.
Why?
Because maybe the other person is more attractive.
I think you're the most attractive.
Girl, you can't say that. That's bias.
Okay. No, tapi for sure, I think Kaya, one of my best friends, everywhere she goes, she just keeps getting free things. When I was in the UK, one of my friends, she was from Armenia, orang Armenia. Everywhere we went, we would go and eat. Terus tiba-tiba, makanannya dibayarin, minumannya dibayarin. Kadang aku pernah pergi sama Dea. Aku pernah pergi sama Dea to one of the restaurants di Senopati. We were drinking, we were eating. Pas kita mau bayar billnya, oh no, someone covered it already. In Indo loh.
Girl, take me to more dinners with you, please.
Twice, not me. It was with my friend. Tapi for sure. So I think kalau halo effect itu, back to that, you know what a halo is? It's like the ring above the angel.
Yeah.
Right? So in a sense, it's like so the psychologists say it's a constant error in psychological ratings, showing that one salient characteristic spilled into global performance ratings.
What does that mean?
So one good thing about someone can make you assume that there are a lot of good things about that person, even with zero evidence.
Pretty privilege.
Yeah, in a way, for sure. So maybe ada penelitian that show you that what is beautiful is good, because a lot of things can cause a halo effect, such as occupation, such as intelligence kan. Tapi ada beberapa yang bergantung dengan physical attractiveness. So ada penelitian di mana partisipan diminta untuk rating foto orang yang conventionally attractive versus unattractive. So not just rating their attractiveness, tapi also beberapa psychological constructs. So it was found that attractive people were perceived as more socially competent, successful, and happier with no evidence, just based on how attractive they were perceived. So your brain fills in the gaps.
Yeah, kalau dipaparin kayak gini, I understand sih why love makes us dumb. We see someone we find attractive and kayak, okay,
you're great,
you're great, he's perfect.
And you ignore evidence on the contrary. And you kaya even when no evidence is present, your brain makes up features and projects them onto that person. There's another study that talks about kaya gimana kita pandang karakteristik orang itu secara keseluruhan. It's called the warm versus cold lecture.
Oh.
Jadi it's saying that even descriptions of people. Misalkan, kalau Ivanna cerita ke aku that you're seeing a guy and you tell me, ni orangnya, this guy's warm. Right?
Yeah.
I will immediately associate from your description dengan kata-kata doang ketika ketemu orang itu, I will see evidence of what he's doing to fit into that category.
Okay.
So it's like a cognitive bias. Terus I'll also say, okay, maybe he's more, mungkin tuh dari ini kalau penelitian ini tuh kebalikannya. Dari deskripsi kata-kata doang, I will assume that person is more physically attractive. I will assume that person is more mannerly. And I will assume that kalau penelitian ini, they have a better accent. So, like, it can be physical attraction equals better, like, more positive characteristics, or a description will bias me toward that person. So if you've already convinced me of something, I will perceive them based on that.
That's so interesting.
Crazy, right?
It's how, like, I tell you, yeah, basically, kayak, kalau misalnya I lagi deket sama cowok, and I'm like, oh, Tianna, he's like this, he's like that, he's like this, like that. Terus pas you mau ketemu nih, when you do actually meet this person, in your mind, udah mikir gitu kan? So you're judging him based on what I'm already telling you. Like, does he fit into
more.
That? Yeah.
And adding more. So kaya, then there's also like, you know, so basically, bisa juga, the one positive feature about them will make me see them as more positive overall, tapi bukan karena halo effect, but because of this thing called schema. So,
what's that?
Have you heard of like schema theory?
No.
So it's saying that the way that you view the world, I thought you filter every single person, every single situation, is through your own history, your own beliefs, your own thoughts, and your own desires /wants/culture. Sehingga, if I see, menurut aku, Ivanna cerita tentang ni orang, tapi you don't really say, oh, this is a good thing. Tapi if I perceive it as a good thing, misalkan you say, this guy bought me dinner. I'll be like, oh, he's so generous. Therefore, I will project more positive traits onto him as well.
Yeah.
Or like you fill in the blanks. Plus schema theory, a lot of it's like filling in the blanks. Tapi, I think one of the main things that kalau teman-teman suka cerita ke aku atau Ivanna, we always say, like, I think we're quite logical when it comes to relationships these days, no? At least the two of us, I believe we're quite logical.
I know I'm logical. I know I'm very objective.
Girl,
what?
You're supposed to say, yes, we are. What do you mean?
No, actually, I think you and I are logical.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Girl, what's your MBTI? I actually don't know. Do you know?
I know, ENFP.
Really?
Well, no, it's controversial. Tapi a lot of people say that they're inaccurate and they're, as horoscopes are, not that they're horoscopes, tapi they're generalizations.
I'm an ENTJ.
I'm an ENFP. So you're more logical than me, right?
Yeah. Hence my previous statement.
Yeah. Guys, that's so weird.
I love you either way.
That's so mean.
Pertanyaan aku. Remember we talked about the science of attraction also, right? And all those theories. Does this tie in with how love makes you dumb?
Yeah, for sure. Building on the idea of logic. Kan biasanya kalau people ask me, T, what do you think of this guy? I say, what are the facts? Right?
Right.
Karena there is a cognitive bias dalam psikologi yang namanya affect as information. So how you feel about someone will be used as the main cue for your judgment of that person. So for example, tapi this is not just in love. This is also in kaya friendship, love, etc. Not just like romantic love. Jadi kalau misalkan, I like you, I love you, therefore, I judge you kinder than I would judge people that I don't have the same affect or emotions for. So how you feel about someone predicts how you process information about that person. Karena the main cue for your judgment is how you feel.
So it's almost like my first statement where you ignore red flags.
You ignore red
Almost.
flags. I thought
Yeah.
you filter them, so they're like a little bit more like orange.
They're a little less red.
They're a little less red.
They're not as red.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do you know, like scientifically, secara biologis, why that happens?
You're the doctor.
Okay, let me tell you why. There's this thing that happens called prefrontal cortex shutdown. Jadi intinya, it shows like when you have already developed feelings for this person, you are in love with this person. They did a study di mana misalnya kan Tianna sekarang sama pacar Tianna. Terus I show you a picture of your partner, of your boyfriend, and we record your brain activity while you look at your partner's picture. And did you know what they found? Kaya ditemukan bahwa the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for making decisions, rational, objective,
Executive
logical
functions.
decisions, ito to, the activity of it goes down when you look at pictures.
So it literally makes you dumber. It inhibits your critical thinking, right?
Yeah, that's the nice way of saying it. Basically, yeah.
The PR trained version.
That's the PR trained version. But basically, yeah. Your prefrontal cortex, like, it dampens. And feeding off what you said about the halo effect, yung tadi Tianna udah jelasin tentang halo effect, where like you deem someone that you find attractive, you deem has better qualities. Do you know what's responsible for that? The orbitofrontal cortex, or the OFC. We'll put pictures of it. But basically, this part of the brain, bagian dari otak ini tuh, it processes rewards and pleasantness. Ketika kita lihat muka atau orang yang kita ngerasa itu attractive atau ganteng atau cantik, this part of the brain lights up. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is that not crazy?
So why are people dumb in love? Berarti itu kayak the more you have attraction, the more you have attachment, the more biased your judgment becomes. Is that
For sure.
true?
For sure. Because behind the signs of it all, feelings already got involved, right? Like, it's hard to make rational decisions when perasaan tuh udah terlibat, ya nggak sih?
Yeah.
And I think what you said, which one was it? The second theory that you talked about? You're just willing to ignore more things or tolerate more things
Yeah.
for the person that you love. Which I think is natural. I think every relationship pasti ada lah kayak gitu. Namanya juga kompromi, ya kan? It's not my way or the highway, as much as I wish I was. But yeah, basically that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
And also, like, they did a study where they looked at, I think it was done by Helen Fisher in 2005 by Rutgers University, where they did like an MRI.
fMRI.
Terhadap orang-orang yang sedang jatuh cinta. They did an fMRI pada orang-orang yang dalam proses jatuh cinta. And you know what it showed? It showed activation of the ventral tegmental area. We'll show another picture of it, another part of the brain. Do you know what the ventral tegmental area is responsible for? Tahu nggak, itu bagian otak yang bertanggung jawab untuk apa?
Judgment?
No. This part lights up when people do coke or gamble or are addicted to those things.
So addiction.
Addiction.
So essentially,
So
it
the
blurs your-
ventral tegmental area and the nucleus caudatus, or
Makes
the
you
caudate
engage.
nucleus.
makes you engage in irrational behaviors.
And I think you know, right, how dangerous addiction can be. No, I mean, like, I'm not implying that she's addicted, guys. I mean, as a psychologist, she knows how dangerous addiction can be. Girl!
I didn't know. Oh my god.
Guys, I'm not calling Tianna
I
an addict.
bet you know how that feels, Tianna.
No, I mean, kan Tianna seorang psikolog nih. I'm sure she knows how dangerous addiction is. I'm not saying she's addicted. She's addicted to me, guys.
Have you heard of confirmation bias?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't remember, like, what it... Tentang apa? Itu tentang apa?
So basically, when you predict something is going to happen, you go into a situation. For example, you think someone's going to treat you well. Sehingga you only find evidence. Atau you have like a... Sorry, my brain's not working. You have like tunnel vision, where you use evidence to fit your theory while disregarding the other evidence. Contohnya, you think some guy is really nice to you, right? Because you're attracted to them. Sehingga, because you have this confirmation bias, ini kita jadinya ngelihat bukti yang ngedukung kalau orang ini tuh positif dan mengabaikan bukti yang
I get it.
Go.
Jadi kayak kacamata kuda.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what.
So, I believe this guy is nice.
Yeah.
So I will only look for evidence
Yeah.
that proves my point that he is nice. So he could treat the waiter like trash, but if he buys me coffee, he's nice.
Yeah. There's also
Have you done that before? Do you have experience with that?
Too much.
Oh boy.
Anyway, it's okay. What was it that my friend Russell always says? Stop believing the best in people and start believing what they show you.
He's so smart. Guys.
He's so wise.
We don't listen to him enough.
I never
Why don't we
listen
listen
to
to him enough?
And I was like, I texted him, like, so I did the exact opposite of what you told me to do. Don't be mad.
And then he gets mad.
And then he was like, no, he's like, okay.
He's too tired, I think,
He
at this
doesn't
point.
sigh, the Russell sigh.
Or
Or
the ongoing joke was that he's our dad, right? Like he's our dad. He's like, we tell him, hey, we did everything that you said not to,
Yeah.
and he just
He's like, okay. Anyway, yeah, so confirmation bias. Do you have any experience with confirmation bias?
definitely.
You want to share with the class?
I don't think but these are none of my exes, because I think my exes they're okay people. They're not that bad. But
Love is patient, love is kind.
love is patient, love is kind. Yeah, they're not. No, objectively, I think they're good people. We were just too different, etc., etc., etc. But I had experience with like people that I found attractive, but they were showing me signs that they were actually assholes. Kaya mereka tuh bukan orang yang baik, or they're not the type of characters that aku bakal mau pacarin. Tapi karena I'm attracted to them, I'm like, I look for the good things. I nitpick. That's the word I've been looking for. I nitpick. I'm like, oh, dia nggak gini, tapi at least he does this. At least he does this. At least he does this. Therefore, he is nice. Therefore, he is kind. Therefore, he is smart.
That's a cognitive distortion.
Yeah.
Okay, how about, do you remember in cognitive dissonance, kita udah ngomongin beberapa kali di podcast, what is cognitive dissonance? We use the example of smoking.
They don't want to believe that smoking causes cancer.
So instead of changing the behavior, they change the belief.
Right.
And they're convinced that there's not enough evidence that smoking causes cancer. Instead of stopping smoking, they stop believing it causes cancer. And the evidence is inconclusive. Same thing for romantic relationships. Kalau misalkan kita udah percaya nih, this guy is good, this guy is great, this girl is good, this girl is great, we are more likely to kaya change our belief. Misalkan they did something that's objectively not a great thing. Instead of changing the fact that we love them and we're dating them, we change our belief that, okay, maybe it's not that bad. What they did is, it's not that bad. There's a reason to explain it. There are other alternative explanations for it. Cognitive dissonance, when your belief and the facts or like your behaviors don't align. And usually, misalkan contohnya, if I believe I'm a lovable person and someone's treating me in a way that indicates they don't love me, therefore, it's more like rather than changing my behavior, I change my beliefs about what they're doing.
I've been there, done that. That's all I'll say.
Or
yeah. But do you want to know another reason, like another biological reason why? Kung kayaknya when you're in love, it's so hard to make decisions. It seems like your mind is not your own.
what's that?
I think kita udah pernah ngomongin sering banget, and we talked about this so much, but so many studies have shown that when you are in love, or at least in the beginning stages, in the honeymoon phase, the levels, kadar serotonin yang ada dalam otak orang yang sedang jatuh cinta tuh tahu nggak mirip dengan orang apa?
Addiction.
OCD.
OCD. Ooh.
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Mm.
So that's literally why
You become obsessed with it.
Obsessed. And kayak kita pikirin terus orang ini, kita we're so obsessed with how they think about us, how they think of us, how they perceive us, and we can't get them out of our minds.
Mm.
Yeah. So
How about, have you heard of yung namanya reward prediction error?
ooh, what is that?
It's basically kaya when we predict that someone's gonna behave in a certain way, like someone will like us, or someone will love us, or we expect them to treat us well. And the small things that they do, the small cues for it, lead to a large surge of dopamine. That make us, what is dopamine for?
Happiness
Happiness and
and
motivation. So
motivation.
it brings you closer to a reward. So essentially, your mind gets even more tunnel vision toward the reward or toward the person.
Great.
Guys, whoa. Like, I'm actually shook at reading this. Sorry.
Berarti hampir sama kayak slot machine atau mesin judi.
Yeah.
Yang, you go to the casino and you like, click, and then it's like,
Yeah.
because like the more unpredictable it is, the more you want to,
Yeah.
get jackpot.
Does that
Basically.
explain kenapa people can treat us bad a few couple, apakah itu menjelaskan ketika orang atau pacar kita tuh nggak baik ke kita misalkan 5 kali, tapi sekali-kalinya mereka baik, we forgive them.
Intermittent reinforcement. Yeah,
Mm.
it's basically like that you explained it before,
Mhm.
right? Karena kayak sekalinya mereka baik sama kita, it releases so much dopamine and so much like good hormones, happy hormones, and terus-terusan we want to reach that high, right? So it's okay. Maybe if I try again one more time, I'll get it, right? When actually in actuality they're just treating you like
Yeah.
shit.
So I think also mungkin cara pandang kita tentang orang will predict their behavior kan. And basically, you can say misalkan, if you perceive someone, your partner, as being a very kind, lovable person because you projected all these positive qualities onto them, sekali-kalinya, or not sekali-kalinya, sehingga setiap kali mereka melakukan hal-hal kecil that are like bad, it's easier to forgive them kan. Karena you believe it doesn't map onto their whole characteristic, like as a human being. Yeah. So I don't think that love makes you dumber. I think it impairs your judgment.
AKA it makes you dumber.
Makes you more irrational and illogical.
AKA it makes you dumber.
The honeymoon phase.
Okay, what is dumb, right? Dumb is basically lowering of the IQ. No, it doesn't lower your IQ. It just
Impairs
does
your judgment.
everything that Tianna says.
And makes you makes you behave in a way. I'm sorry, that's awful. I can't say that.
It just, jadi kita jadi lebih irasional lah ya intinya. We're willing to forgo things and forgo things that maybe before this person we wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And we're willing to compromise. Well, we think it's compromise. Well, when actually, maybe in actuality, it's not.
It's not compromising.
Cognitive
it's conceding.
dissonance.
Okay, cognitive dissonance.
Distortion.
It's distortion, cognitive distortion.
So how, do you have tips to avoid being dumb?
I think, go back to the fact, I don't think that the way that you should judge someone is based off singular behaviors. That patterns show, patterns paint a picture. So look at the patterns of their behavior. Once or twice can be a mistake. Tapi I always believe that if it consistently happens, it's not a mistake, it's a show of character.
Yeah.
Talk to your friends. Because it's hard. Because like your body, your biology is working against you.
Yeah. Your mind is working against you.
So give yourself some grace. But also try and find ways where you can look back at the facts and look back at patterns. Rather than just basing it off of how you feel.
So look at what they're showing you. Lihat apa yang mereka nunjukin.
Stop believing the best in people and start believing what they show you.
You need to listen to your own advice.
Okay, wait, we have to do the
outro.
Yeah.
And on that note, be smart, guys. Be smart. So today's episode is a little bit of tough love, but we need it, and you guys need it too.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and we hope you get smart soon.